Alright, in this 50th JavaScript project, we are going to see how to create this dinosaur game using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. We're going to create this from scratch, and let's see the demo. If I refresh this, I'm clicking on the screen, you can see the score is also getting incremented on every 100 milliseconds. So if the cactus and the dinosaur touches, we are going to get the error message showing that game over. Let me do this. Now you see game over, score is 177. If you click OK, and the animation stops, the score also stops, and then you can see refresh the page to start again. Now I'm refreshing it and I'm going to start playing again. So here we are going to use three files: HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and two images. The two images are simply the dinosaur image and the and the cactus image. Now let me start creating. Let's start by creating the HTML. Control N, Control S, and I'm going to name this as demo.html. And not to forget to follow along, I'll leave the source code in the description so that you can work along with me, and also along with the steps that we are going to create for this project. Cool. Now let's create the style sheet, and I'm going to name this as demo.css, and finally the script sheet, name it as demo.script, or you can say demo.js. Cool. Now to get the HTML template in the Visual Studio Code, we have emmet installed, exclamatory mark, tab. Let's link the style sheet first, link, and the name which we have given for the style sheet is demo.css. And let's connect the script tag, script file with the HTML using the script tag, and it's simply demo.js. Now here what we need is we need a container div. Let me name this as game, and this game is the game div is going to have character, and the character is dino, and then the cactus plant, and finally the score. Let's have this score text, and then let's have span, and here it is going to be the actual score. Now let's see how does our HTML looks like. So this is going to be the HTML without CSS, the same on the same folder, demo.html. So this is how it looks without CSS. Now let's start writing our CSS code. The first thing what we need is, for all element, let me remove the padding and margin and box sizing, border box. So this is to remove the default margin and padding which is given by Chrome. So we are removing it. The next thing, let's start using the class game. Here we are going to use the width of 700 pixel and height, let's say 300 pixel. So here it is purely going to be the math calculation. Now just to save time, what I'm doing is I'm just copying the same height and width which I have used in the example. Cool. Now let's give the background color. You can give any color. This is how it looks. Let me zoom in, Control plus. Cool. Now inside the game we are going to place the dinosaur, cactus and the score, so in the absolute way. So to use the position absolute to the child, your parent need to have position relative. That's what we are going to do. Now we have score. Let's start using the score first. Score is inside game. We can use position absolute because we have used position relative to the parent. So the right is going to be 10 pixel and top is going to be 0. If I refresh, that looks fine. If you want, you can have font size increased. Let me just increase the font weight. Cool. The next thing, let's start styling the dinosaur. Again, height and width, I have calculated it. 50 pixel, and width 50 pixel, and let's have the background image of dinosaur. URL simply and dino.png in the quotes. If I show you on the same folder, you can see on the same folder we have two PNG. The first one is cactus and second one is dino. So let's see how does it looks. It is not going to show up. uh, we have to use the background size property to for it. We'll use cover. Now we got it. The same way, I want to position the dinosaur at the bottom. So now we have to do the calculation. The height of the dinosaur is 50 pixel and the height of the game div is 500 pixel, sorry, 300 pixel. So 300 minus 50 is going to be 250. So now we'll use position absolute and top. As I said, the total screen size is 300 pixel, the total div size is 300 pixel, and we are eliminating the height of the dinosaur, so it's going to be 250 pixel. So the reason for doing this is, if I refresh, it will be the dinosaur will touch the bottom of the div, game div. So that's cool. The same trick which we are going to follow, just copy this, and here it is going to be cactus div, and the image is going to be cactus, and there is the change in just the image width, nothing else. Refresh it. Now you can see, but I want this to be on the right side. Right 0. Cool. Now I want the cactus to move from right to left, so let's add an animation slide. So it is going to take 1 second linear movement and infinite number of time. So let's define this animation @ keyframes, animation name, and the animation we are going to do is from right 0 pixel to 700 pixel. Now it's right 0, so this is going to be right 700. If I refresh, you can see, but this seems to be little hurry. Now let's just slow down the animation. Well, that's cool. Now I want the dinosaur to have the left of 50 pixel, let's say, so that it doesn't touch the uh, left side of the screen. So now it's somewhat 50 pixel away from the left side of the game div. Now we are close. Now let's add the animation for jump to the dino. Animation jump, it is the animation name, and I want the animation to be of 0.5 second. Now let's define the jump. So as I said, the calculation here also we are using the calculation. Let me show you. Refresh it, it is going to jump once. Refresh again. If I make this infinite and refresh it, cool. Now what I want you to see is, so when at present on page load the top is going to be 250 pixels, so when we have the top of 250 pixel, so it is going to be at the feet of the dinosaur is going to touch the div. So now if it is 200, it is going to be slightly above the bottom position. If it is 180, again it is going to be slightly above, if you notice there, slightly above the game div. So that is what it is doing. And now let me remove the infinite, and I want to add this animation to a class called jump. Now what we are going to do is, when I click on the body of the HTML, this jump class is going to get attached to the dinosaur. How are we going to do it? So get into the body, on click, and the function we are going to use, let's use the same name, jump. So let's jump into the JavaScript. The first thing, we have to get all the element using the query selector, document dot query selector. The first one is game div. The second one is going to be the dino, then cactus, then let's have the score with us. Score, we need to modify the span tag, SCORE, score. Great. Now let's define the jump function. The name of the function is jump. So what I need, so when I click on the body element, body of the HTML, we are going to get testing, we are going to test the alert message saying you clicked the screen. Refresh it, click on the screen, and you can see you clicked. Well, that's working. Now what we need to do is, so we have dino element, dino dot class list dot add, and we are going to add the jump class. Refresh it. Now if I click once, it is going to jump. Now if I click again, it is not going to jump. Now it is because if I show you the inspect, zoom out a bit, on the dino you should see the class already added because we have clicked it once. Now after some amount of millisecond, I want to remove it. So let's use the set interval. After 1 second, I want to remove the class of jump from the dino div. Instead of adding, let me remove it. If I refresh it, click again, click again, click again. Cool, that's working. And now what we can do is, now it's time for the calculation. The first thing what we need to do is, we have to get the left position of the cactus plant and the top position of the dinosaur. So let's get the left position of cactus plant. So how are we going to get? Window dot get computer style, and we need to pass the cactus div, and with this we can get the property value of the CSS, and we want the left of it. So let's save this to the left, save it as left cactus. Now if I console.log and check, every 100 millisecond we are going to get the left position of the cactus. You see, every 100 position, sorry, every 1 second we are getting the left position of the cactus. So instead of writing it on the same div of the set interval, let's create a new set interval. So this is going to run when the page loads on every 100 millisecond. So for testing, let's make this as 500, but actually it would be of 100 millisecond. So when the page loads, this set interval is going to run and give you the value. Cool. So let's store this to a variable called game over. So if the game over, we can stop this set interval. Now the same way, let's get the value of the top of dyno div top dyno. Now we have to use the condition if. So there is some condition which I want you to take note on. Cool. Now if you see, let's focus on the cactus for now. So if the cactus position is starting from right 0 and we are calculating the left, so here it is going to be the left. Let's say it's starting from 0 and the width is how much? 700. So the left is 700, here it is 700. If it comes here, it's 600, 500, 400, 300, 200, and same way if it starts from, if it touches here this position and this position, if you see, if you focus on the two spot which I am highlighting, it is simply the left position of the dinosaur. So if I say we have already given the CSS of 50, you can see this position is 50. So this is 0, this is 50, and starting from 50 and then 50, and this is the width of the dinosaur. So starting from 50, the width of the dinosaur. So the same way, if you see, if the left cactus is greater if is less than 100 and greater than 50, it is simply the cactus is touching the dinosaur, starting from 50 and it ends on 100, so it is going to touch the dinosaur. So that means this is the first condition, and the second condition is on jumping. You can see now the top is 250, so if I click, it is going to be 220 and then 180, 180. Click again, 250, 180 and 180. So if it is greater than 220, that means if it is greater than 220 means 250, then we need to display it as game over alert. Game over. Let me refresh it and show you. So I have copy pasted it, that's the reason the name might have changed. This value is going to give the string, so we have to convert this into %. Refresh it. So there seems to be no change. Let's see what is the mistake that we're doing. Okay, it is because of this millisecond issue. It is not able to properly calculate it. Cool. If it touches, you can see it is showing the error. Refresh again. It touches and giving me the error. Let me jump. Refresh it. Jump. On jumping, I'm not getting the error. So if there is a game over, I want to stop the set interval using the function clear interval, and we need to pass the variable. Leave it, click on OK. It should stop the set interval. That means to see this, let's use the variable win. Win is going to be 0 on every interval, it is going to get incremented, and I want to show this as a score. So we have score div dot inner text. We can access this, and we can give the value win to it. Refresh it. Now you can see the 17 got stopped. That means the interval which was running every 100 millisecond got stopped, and after that we want to stop this animation as well. So how are we going to do this? The cactus, we can use the style dot animation is the property, and the value is simply none. Refresh it. Don't do anything. Now the animation and the counter should stop. You can see the animation stopped and the counter also stopped. And if you want, we can show the text. Let's have the h6 somewhere. Let's make h5. We have h5, and let's call this from the HTML. Since it's the element, we can directly call it without dot. It's h5 dot inner text equal to restart refresh to play again. And on the alert we can also pass the score. Score is concatenate with the value. Refresh it. Score is 17. Click on OK, and you are going to get the h5 saying that refresh to play again. Refresh it. Jump, escape, second escape. Let's try again. Refresh. We are making a bad play, but you can see so if the delay that could be because of the removal of the class. Let's make this as 500 millisecond. Cool. I think now it's smooth as we thought. 97. Let's try to make 200 without getting game over. I think we should open the console to check what it is actually happening. Check the dinosaur class. Cool. Let's just make this as 1000 millisecond itself. The example which I have created is smooth. It is because it is giving a long jump, so we can do the same thing as well. You can see it is getting a long jump, but here we don't have that long jump. So let's try adding long jump to our style demo.css. Instead of 180 we can make this 160, 160, and this could be 180. Refresh it. Let's close this. Refresh. It's because of the Chrome. The two of the tab is running the set interval. That's the reason it is slow. Let's try this again with 700. So I think the scope of this video is done. You can download and play.